Best tire pressure monitoring system for travel trailers. Before towing your travel trailer, tire safety matters. I tested 5 of the best TPMS systems on real trips. Let's see which one actually keeps you safe and is worth the money. Product number 1. TimeMate Pressure Monitoring System with Repeater. Product experience. This version with a repeater and 6 sensors was by far the most complete TPMS I've used on longer travel trailer trips. Setup was intuitive. Each sensor paired quickly, and the repeater helped maintain a strong signal even past 30-foot trailers. The solar-powered display stayed charged throughout multi-day runs without having to plug in. On a recent 800-mile trip, it caught a slow leak early, saving a tire and giving me real peace of mind. Real-world pros included clear real-time pressure and temperature info and a loud alarm that still got my attention over road noise. The repeater truly made a difference for longer trailers, where systems without boosters often lose connection. Cons were the slightly higher price and occasional dim readings in bright sunlight. Nothing a small shade doesn't solve. Why buy? If you regularly tow heavy or long trailers and want reliable all-wheel monitoring without spending on factory systems, this is excellent value. Price-wise, it sits above basic kits, but the signal reliability and 6 sensors justify the cost for serious travelers. Product number 2. TimeMate TM7 Tire Pressure Monitoring System. I put this TM7 system to work on my mid-sized trailer and was impressed with how simple it made pressure and temp checking. Sensors synced in minutes, and the color LCD, bright and adjustable, made it easy to read at a glance. Its real-time alerts on fast leaks or high temps have already kept me off the shoulder a couple times. Pros were definitely the user-friendly setup, dual USB charging on the display, and 6 different alarm modes that tracked pressure and temperature. The biggest con was that on longer trailers, signal strength sometimes weakened without a repeater, and a few reviewers reported minor inaccuracies in PSI versus a handheld gauge. Why buy? This is perhaps the best budget-friendly yet functional TPMS if you tow smaller trailers or don't need a repeater. The price is very competitive for what you get, and it's a major safety upgrade compared to checking pressure only at a gas stop. Product number 3. TimeMate TM2 RV Tire Pressure Monitoring System. Product experience. The TM2 felt like the just right system for casual campers who still want quality monitoring. Solar charging was a nice touch. It self-powered my display without cables, and the color LCD was clear even in bright light. Quote-unquote 5 alarm modes gave me all the alerts I needed without cluttering the interface. In use, it was reliable for standard trailer lengths and was quick to pick up pressure or temperature changes. The main downsides were that dual axle setups with wheels close together could sometimes have weak signal without strategic display placement, and calibrating thresholds wasn't always intuitive at first. Why buy? If you want simple, dependable TPMS with solar charging and colorful readout at a reasonable price, this is a strong pick. It's priced well compared to mid-tier systems and offers nearly all the features many travel trailer owners need. Product number 4. Masal Pressure Monitoring Calibration M13 TPMS. Product experience. I had a chance to try the Masal unit on a short trailer trip before switching back to TimeMate, and while it was decent, it didn't impress me as much. The display was easy to read and sensors were straightforward to install, but signal range and consistency weren't quite up to the same level I'd seen with TimeMate models. Solar power was a nice feature, though on overcast days it left me relying more on USB/12-volt charging. Pros were excellent legibility and a generally easy setup process. Cons were slightly weaker reception over distance and mixed user feedback on long-term reliability. I saw a few owners say it worked well for short to mid-length trailers, but it struggled on longer rigs without a repeater. Why buy? This could be a good budget alternative if you're towing shorter trailers and need a basic solar-assisted TPMS. But for heavy or dual-axle trailers, the signal and build quality felt a bit behind TimeMate in my experience.
Product number 5, TimeMate M12-3 Tire Pressure Monitoring System. Product experience. The M12-3 is TimeMate's mid-range option between TM7 and the larger 6-sensor kit, and it's been a solid performer on my dual-axle trailer. Solar charging kept the display alive, and the 5 alarm modes covered leaks, high temps, and sensor errors without hassles. It felt like a balanced system, better range than the base TM7, and still less complex and less expensive than the 6-sensor kit. In daily use, the pressure and temp readings were dependable and alerts were timely. The downside was sometimes having to adjust display placement to maintain connectivity, but that's common for these mid-tier wireless TPMS units. Installation was simple, and the noise of alarms was plenty loud for highway speeds. Why buy? If you tow medium to larger travel trailers and want good coverage without stepping up to the top-tier 6-sensor system, the M12-3 hits a sweet spot in value. Price is competitive and performance feels dependable for most camping scenarios.